This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're on a train back to Paddington from Cardiff. We've just been at the press conference for Reloaded. We have got promoter. I don't know what I'm trying to call it then. Don't know.
Remember him?
Yes, promoter Eddie Hearn. How are you?
Very well, boy.
Yeah? Knackered?
Yeah. We had a late night Saturday, didn't we?
Yeah.
What's been going on this week? Yesterday was only Monday. Meetings uptown.
Anything of any interest?
Sort of end of the year audit with KPMG, looking at the business as a whole.
Yeah.
Another meeting with a couple of potential sponsors for some of our fighters.
Any fights being made?
Yeah. There's a lot going on the Burns and the BROOK situations at the moment. Building for the Liverpool show. Obviously the Cardiff show's all set now. The whole show is virtually all set. April looking at Manchester, plenty going on.
Let's start with today. Great turnout in Cardiff today for Reloaded. Selby Monroe, Buckland Rees, Anthony Joshua, Tony Pace and Jason Cook. So
yeah, I just said to AJ a minute ago, I said it's nice to go to towns, cities where they're really pleased to have you. And it had that kind of feel to it today, you know, like when you go to Glasgow or you go to Hull or Liverpool or Belfast. It feels like they really want you there and they're really chuffed that you're there. And that's always nice. The sponsor's been great for the tickets and, you know, made some great fights. Reece Buckland, I confirmed that last night. I think we'll sell it out. I think it's a great show to kick off the year.
You said in the press conference that you know, you'd like to be doing like 4 shows a year in Wales. Is that realistic?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it all depends on, you know, obviously we're going to go to cities where we're well received, and ultimately we're going to go to cities that sell well. So that's why we're returning to Hull for the 3rd time in 7 months, you know, because it's selling very well. Great atmosphere up there. You know, we're returning to Liverpool, that sells well. London is difficult, very difficult, unless you've got a monster show. And hopefully, you know, we can sell this out in Wales, and I think we'll be back there before the summer.
Great chance for Lee Selby to capture the European title. Rendell Monroe, obviously, much publicised, he retired and sort of come back. Fought one of your shows in Hull not that long ago, but he's still got something to offer, Rendell Monroe.
I think so. I think it's you know, I'll make Selby the favourite, but I think it's a very, very competitive fight. I think Selby's very special, and I think there's a big personality there and a real character waiting to come out, and I think you'll see that more and more in the build-up here. We want to do a big PR job on Lee Selby, making a star, you know, in Wales, and winning the European title will give him a great opportunity to do that. Monroe is hugely motivated. I think he's much better off up at featherweight. He's strong, he's experienced, and he's here to win, ultimately. And that's what, you know, I said to you in an interview the other day. I want to make more and more domestic fights because it means that much more to people. You know, not just the fans, but to the fighters. That's why I was so pleased with Reece Buckland as well, you know.
It's been a bit of a disappointing year for both fighters. Obviously Buckland coming on the back of that knockout by Stephen Smith. Rees has lost to Broner and Crawler this year, so you know, they've got it all to do on the first.
Yeah, I think it's a crunch clash for both of them. I think if Gavin loses, he may well call it a day, and Buckland is young, but really it's tough way back. So it's a high pressure fight, plenty on the line. Obviously they know each other quite well, they've sparred together, and any boxing fan who knows anything about boxing, think about that fight, think about the styles and what kind of fight that will be, and that is going to be potential fight of the year candidate already in February.
Anthony Joshua against Dorian Dutch. I'm getting a bit worried about him now. He's becoming a bit of a diva, I think, isn't he?
I've been brushing his hair, I cleaned his shoes earlier today, I've been getting him coffee all day, you know, this is alright. Actually, as I say to a lot of people, some people say on Twitter, oh, you know, tell him to take that fight, at the end of the day you're his boss. I'm not his boss, he's my boss. All my fighters are my bosses, and I genuinely believe that. I'm working for them, so listen, every now and again if he wants me to clean his shoes or comb his hair, I'm up for that, you know, it's all part and parcel of the job, you know.
This
is a great fight, you know, against Dorian Dart. The best thing about this is that Anthony goes into someone's backyard, so it's a new kind of experience. He's always the golden boy, he's always this, is that. This is going to be, you know, I wouldn't like to say he'll get booed into the ring, but Darch is going to get cheered into the ring, and he's going to have a lot of support there. So it's a big test. We know what Darch can do. You know, he's dangerous, he's game, but ultimately we're looking for a great performance from Darren Anderson. I mean Anthony Joshua. You know,
he's not really a football man. He'll probably go over his head.
I know.
Do you know who Darren Anderson is?
Who's Darren Anderson?
He's sick note. That's his
Serious?
nickname. Yeah, he's always out injured.
Listen.
He's always out.
But it was quite funny. We boxed him so frequently. And after that prize fight, Larry Holmes said, no, he doesn't want to box too often, he'd get injured. And then actually in that fight, he picked up an injury, and then he came down with a virus. So we'll let him off. He's only been out for a couple of weeks. So we're looking for a massive 2014.
100%.
Also on the bill, the return of Tom Stalker. Kerry Hope's on the bill. Who else is on the bill?
You got Eric Ocheng fighting Dale Evans in a fight that was scheduled for December the 14th. You've got Kerry Hope, you've got Chris Jenkins, the prize fighter winner. You've got Tobias Webb, who may look to challenge for the British super middleweight title in 2014. You've got that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
10 fights at the moment.
10 fights.
We're turning to 16 quite soon.
Possibly. Adrian Broner's defeat to Marcos Maidana the other. I know you've said in the past that you spoke to Richie Schaefer about potentially Brook and Broner. Has his defeat made that any step closer?
I mean, if Broner stays at 147, which I don't think he should, by the way, I think he'll rematch Maidana. Maidana was challenging for the title, so he'll have a rematch clause if he needs it. I just think moving from 135 to 147 over that space of time was just too much too soon.
You aren't really shocked by the result though.
Yeah, I was actually. Yeah, I haven't seen the fight yet, but I've seen a couple of clips of the knockdowns and stuff like that. But he didn't look great against Malignaggi, did he? Really? I mean, Malignaggi's a decent fighter, but he's not. You know, and Broner didn't look exceptional. Now, I saw Broner against Reese first hand, right, at 135 pounds. Mate, 135 pound Broner is a beast. Right, at 147, he really isn't. So what's he going to do? Move back down to 140, rematch? And a rematch is a big fight. But I don't know if he's a welterweight. You know, and also his lifestyle don't help him, does he? I mean, he's out doing. You know, I mean, see his belly like a couple of months ago. He's just. You know, this is what you got to get. And actually, for the young fighters learning the game, and no disrespect to Adrian Broner, I'm quite pleased Broner lost, because it shows people you can't fuck around, you can't play at this game. You know, you've got to be serious. You can't be out in clubs, you know, throwing money around, putting videos up of him and brasses. I mean, like, you know, or wherever it was. But you know, I just think that you've got to take this seriously, and maybe he does. Maybe it's all a facade. I like Adrian Broner. You know, I've got to know him a little bit in the Reese build-up, but I just think I'm just from a fighting perspective. I think I'm not sure he's got of his future at 147. He'll never make lightweight again.
Is there any developments on Kell Brook versus Sean Porter?
Sean Porter has to fight Kell Brook before June. He's got 6 months as the new champion. Could have a voluntary. Again, I would presume that he has a rematch clause with Alexander. And although that fight wasn't the best, if I'm Alexander, I want the rematch. I want my title back. So maybe that'll happen in February or something like that. And they'll have the winner has to fight Kell within 6 months. So the discussions which we'll have with Kell and the team over the next couple of weeks is, do we have an interim bout? You know, the problem is the interim bout will be quite a routine 10-rounder. You know, which no one really can get up for. But if you've got to wait till June, I'd rather keep him ticking over. And there's a chance we could add him to, say, the Liverpool show on March 15th.
But just to be clear, I mean, if he was to get beat in that fight, then that's gone.
Who's to get beat?
If Kell Brook was to have an interim fight and lose the fight.
Oh yeah. But I'm not. You know.
No, I know, but
it's not.
No, I'm just saying, just to clarify that. Ricky Bones and
Ricky
Terence
Burns
Crawford.
had a scan on Saturday. Really pleased with the scan. That he's been cleared by a specialist to start sparring. We've got a window for that fight with the WBO. It must happen before March the 8th, I believe. So we looked at February the 8th, we looked at February the 15th as well. The surgeon says, listen, if you've got that window, use it and make it as late as you can. So we're looking at March the 1st at the moment, looking at various venues around Glasgow. Hopefully this week we'll have an announcement and a confirmation of the date. But I'm really up for this because I think it's going to do great in Scotland. I'll tell you what, Ricky Burns has really got the bit between his teeth about this fight. He's on a mission for this fight. And I know it's a tough fight, but Crawford is unproven and he's got to come to Glasgow in February or March, and he ain't going to like it.
Any recent developments on the rematch, Frotch and Groves?
No, I'm talking to both of them. Everybody wants it. You know, fans want it, broadcasters want it. I'd like it. George definitely wants it. Carl, he's certainly not adverse to it, but he has got other options. So I think the next couple of weeks are key in terms of that fight and the rematch. And got some interesting meetings this week with potential venues for that fight, which are groundbreaking. And you know, we've got to see what money's in the pot, put it to both fighters, see what splits people want. If people aren't greedy, people don't overprice themselves, people understand the relevance of the fight and the money that's involved in this fight, I think we can get it done.
First part of the year? Within the first 6 months of the year?
Yeah, well, maybe end of May, June, something like that.
Alright, well, we're going to try to do a Q&A before.
Yeah, maybe Friday. No. Yeah. Christmas Eve. I could do it Christmas Eve.
What about Monday? 23rd?
Maybe, yeah. In the morning.
Early morning? Alright, are you going to give anything away?
What could we give away?
The brush.
I think we should do something good for little end of season.
I'll leave this with you to think of something.
Okay. Got to be something tasty though.
Yeah. Alright, well, Eddie Hearn, you're AJ.
Yes, all good. Just thinking about what you can give away. Something interesting and tasty.
Yeah, like what?
Pizza. That's interesting.
I don't know,
and tasty.
isn't it? It's either got to do with boxing or something away from boxing.
Maybe walking AJ out for his next fight.
How would you feel about that?
I'll be honoured if the person would be interested.
Oh, he's so PR savvy, isn't he? Oh, it would be an honour if one of the people was interested.
That's the way
He says all the right things, doesn't he? He's well schooled.
It is.
When the camera's off, you just
One day, one day we're going to do Anthony Joshua
The camera's
raw
off.
and
Yeah,
uncut,
yeah.
and you'll see
Yeah.
a beast. Yeah?
raw and uncut.
Alright, Coogan Cassius, Eddie Hearn.
Not being funny, have you seen those guns?
Can you just tell a story about the Asian man that didn't really know you too well but knew who I was?
This has
What?
been happening a lot lately.
Listen, honestly,
This is worrying that was when we come back from the Frotch Groves press conference. The guy collecting the tickets went, Coogan Cassius.
wait, where was this, on the train?
Yeah, Coogan Cassius. I film London. I went, yeah, right, mate. And he looked at me and went, alright. I watch all your interviews. And today we get off the train in Cardiff. Geezer runs straight up to him. Coogan. Oh.
Now what happened?
And Anthony went like this. Hey, AJ, fought for your country, won the gold. Yeah. No, but your interviews are wicked, Cassius.
That was too funny. He's made all this noise.
Does that make you mad?
You know what it is though? It's the profile job he's doing on himself.
Seriously, he's doing a good job.
Like
And
filming, this is me in training with Don Charles. Do you know what I mean?
if anyone
the
wants
name.
to see Coogan training, Don Charles, Coogan Cassius, YouTube.
Yeah. But the thing is they should change. They changed the name recently from I Film London to IFL TV.
Yeah.
They might as well call it Coogan Cassius TV. I mean, you'd never actually think he's got a partner in this business, would you?
You would never
Aye,
think he's got a
don't-
I mean, the term silent partner has gone through the roof with that one, hasn't it? Because it is all about you.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
It's all about the fighters, Ed.
No, it's not, mate. It's all
It
about
is.
you.
Yeah,
It ain't about me at all.
It is. You sure?
And you gave him his plug at the press conference.
Oh, do you know what? Big up.
I clocked that.
You know, I was just about.
I was about to stop the press conference.
I went like this. I went. You know, we're going to do one-on-ones. There's a lot of media here today. Sky Sports, national papers. I Film London.
No, you called me by name. You actually said Coogan.
Coogan from I Film London.
Yeah.
See,
Thanks for
it's
that.
all about Coogan.
Thanks, because
Exactly.
that'll be shown live on I Film London.
That gave you a little wood on, didn't it? You
Yeah,
were like, oh,
no, I did. Yeah, pack press conference. I was all about that.
Good.
I've got to promote myself.
Self-promotion.
Yeah, no one else is
Self-promotion.
doing it, are they?
We won't even talk about self-promotion. What you was doing on the way home. We'll cut it there, yeah, Anthony. Do you want to go on? Coogan Cassius, Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua, IFL TV. Thank you very much.